The tax man's taking.
ATM here, America's thinking man. Thanks for listening. 14 dead, 21 wounded, 21 shot and wounded. San Bernardino, California. 14 dead, 21 wounded. But is that the real story? No. The real story is 15 dead, 82 shot and wounded. 15 dead, 82 shot and wounded. What do you mean, ATM? 15 dead, 82 shot and wounded. Exactly. What do I mean? Does anybody out there? I'll give you a few seconds to think about it. 15 dead, 82 wounded. Anybody have any ideas? No? Well, let me tell you what happened. Over the Thanksgiving holiday in Chicago, my old hometown, 15 people were killed, 82 were shot and wounded. 15 dead, 82 shot and wounded. Do you know the names of any of those people? Did you hear about it? Anything? Did you hear about it? Any of the people that live in Chicago? Do you guys know what went down? You might. Probably very few of you do. Why? Because when something like San Bernardino happens, the news is all over it. I mean, it's still on the news and it's several days later. But that's all you're hearing about, is the radicalized Islamic terrorists who took down 14 people, wounded 21, had a shootout with the police. But 15 dead in Chicago, 82 wounded over the Thanksgiving holiday, you heard absolutely nothing about it. Why? Because those people, unfortunately, are disposable. You are part of the disposable American public. The government is not going to protect you. Nobody is going to protect you. Why? Because, again, you're disposable. And nobody's going to know what happened to you because you are disposable. And you cannot be used like the unfortunate teenager who was shot 14 months ago by a Chicago policeman. Laquan McDonald, I believe, was his name. And there's another political football to be thrown around. Gun control, mental health illness, radical Islam. I mean, it's a political tool that the politicians, the left and the right, could use and throw around. But they can't toss around the 15 dead and the 82 wounded because they don't care about you. It is unfortunate that we live in a country where the government could care less about what happens to some of our citizens. I mean, the people that died in Chicago, the people that were wounded in Chicago, they're American citizens. Many of them were American citizens of African descent, but it doesn't make any difference. They're our fellow citizens. And the government doesn't care about them. They don't care about you either. And they are not going to protect you. So I'm going to keep this short. Like I've always said, and if you've seen any of my videos, you know I am a proponent of the Second Amendment. And you know I believe in self-reliance. So let's go take a look at who's going to protect you. Come on, we'll go for a little walk. Okay, as I have always said, the only person that you can rely on is the one that looks back at you in the mirror every morning when you get up, ladies and gentlemen, and your best buddy, Mr. Smith and Mr. Wesson. The only people, the guy that looks at you in the mirror, that can take care of you and your family because you are the first responder. 911, average response time, 11 minutes. What happened in San Bernardino? The police were doing maneuvers in the area. They got there in about 5 minutes. 14 dead, 21 wounded. If you were your own first responder and you had your buddy, Mr. Smith and Mr. Wesson, at least you could go down fighting, and perhaps when bullets start flying the opposite direction, terrorists, who are basically cowards and bullies, are going to start running because bullets are flying at them. So Don't be a disposable American citizen. Be a vigilant and an armed American citizen moving forward. ATM here, America's Thinking Man. Thanks for listening. God bless America. Have a good one.
My door left me in my stately home, lazing on a sunny afternoon. And I can't sail my yacht. He's taking everything I got. All I got's this sunny afternoon. Save me,